So today I will discuss one of the most important operators concept, that is increment and decrement operators. So you can say increment and decrement. So the meaning of increment is to increase. Meaning of decrement is to decrease. Okay. So here we should get a question by how many values we have to increase and by how many values we have to decrease. Okay. So in this case, board is not clear. I think it's clear board. If one or two, if you are facing problem, just check your internet connection. So the meaning of increment operator, the meaning of increment is to increase, the meaning of decrement is to decrease. So in programming language, if I say increment, that is with respect to the operator, so increment operator will increase the value by 1. Okay, decrement operator will increase the value by, decrease the value by 1. Okay, see, let me consider increment operator first. Okay, so increment operator. Okay, so the symbol is plus plus. Increment operator symbol is plus plus. So I have to write two plus symbols continuously without a space. Okay. So you have to write two plus symbols without a space. So that is called as increment operator. So if you leave space, the meaning changes. See, actually the meaning of plus is to add. So that is arithmetic operator. But here also to add, but to add by only one value. So that is the meaning here. So plus plus you write continuously. So this is called as increment operator. The operation of this operator is to increase the value by 1. The operation of increment operator is to increase the value by 1. Okay. See, for example, if I consider variable a is equals to 10. So if you consider the variable a, the value is 10. So how you have to understand this concept is, you should not say LHS equals to RHS here. So what you have to consider is, like variable a in memory, in computer memory, value 10. So this part you should consider like computer memory, because whenever the value is stored, we have to represent in computer memory locations. So computer memory locations means like you just write the variable, put one box to indicate it is a computer memory, there you write the value. So variable a value is 10. Now I have to use this operator. Okay. See, should be very careful in using the operators. For example, if you use only plus symbol, see if I say a plus 2, just try to understand here. If I say a plus 2 or if I say a plus 5, in this case what happens is, see, when we use only one symbol, so that is the arithmetic operator. The operation of that arithmetic operator is, after plus symbol, the value what you have written, by that value it will increase. Okay. For example, a value is 10 here. You first substitute this value. So 10 plus 2. Final result is 12 here, not 13. Sorry, not 11. Okay, it is not 11, it is 12. Here also, if you substitute the value of 10 plus 5, final result is 15. It is not 11. So why I am telling 11 means here you will come to know. Okay. So 10 plus 2 is 12, 10 plus 15 is 10 plus 5 is 15. That means I have substitute the value of a and has it plus 2. Here also I have substitute the value of a and plus 5. So result is 12 and 15. But in case of plus plus operator, what happens? We have to see. Okay, so in case of plus plus operator, first of all, how we have to use plus plus operator, that is increment operator, is you take the variable. Okay, see, variable a, either you put plus plus symbol before variable a, or you put the plus plus symbol after variable a. This is how we use it. Okay, either before a or after a, that is before variable or after variable. Understood? So, however you put, whether before or after, it will increase the value by only 1. Whether you put operator before the variable or after the variable, it will increase the value by 1. Now you see what is the value of variable a in computer memory. So this is the computer memory you can consider. Okay, in computer memory for variable a the value is 10. Now you apply increment operator here. Okay, if you apply increment operator in case of plus plus a and in case of a plus plus, the value becomes only 11, not 12 or 15 here. So this you have to understand, it is very important, and if you a little bit if you don't care for that, it will become difficult and it will become dangerous also for you people. Understood? You should be very careful in understanding this thing, and it's very important also. In many concepts we come across this. In many programs also we come across this. Okay. So before the variable also you can write, after the variable also you can write plus plus. Whether you write before the variable or after the variable, the value of a becomes 11. So separately I will make it. That means here 11, here it will not like that. So just consider here 11 and here also 11. That is before the operator or after the operator. So when we put before the variable, okay. So whenever we put plus plus operator before the variable, so before means it is nothing but pre. Okay. Before meaning is pre. After the variable means it is post. Okay. So here I can say this concept is whenever I put before the variable, so this concept is pre-increment concept or process. Pre-increment process or pre-increment method or pre-increment operator. Okay. So pre-increment. When we put plus plus after the variable, this concept is called as post-increment process or post-increment technique or concept, whatever you can say. So when we have to consider like plus plus operator as a pre-increment operator, and when we have to consider like a post-increment operator is whenever the operator is placed before the variable, that in that case we consider it as a pre-increment operator. Okay, general word is increment operator. So when you put before the variable, you consider it as pre-increment operator. When you put after the variable, you consider it as post-increment operator. Okay. So once again, I'm telling because it's a little bit. What happens is some students will be very much intelligent. They can grasp things easily. But on an average, we have to see. Okay. Once again, I will explain. Listen. Plus plus, we have to use 2 times continuously without a space. That is called as increment operator. It comes under arithmetic operator only, but it will not do normal addition like using plus symbol. So only I have given this example. Okay, it will not do normal addition. So it is called increment operator. Increment meaning increase the value. So here increase the value by 1. So how we have to consider the example here is just take one variable, you put one value. First step it is. And what you do whenever you write these statements like this, just you follow one habit till you become perfect. That is, write that variable, write one box, square box, consider that as the computer memory. Then what you do, you write that values. So this is just for your practice purpose. Like till you become perfect with the variables, giving values to the variables under, you just write like this. Okay. Even I will also follow the same method. Okay. So a value is 10. Next step. So how to use this operator? You can use this operator either before the variable or after the variable. A plus plus a or a plus plus. So when you use before the variable, it is called as pre-increment because before meaning pre, right? And when you use after the variable, it is called as post-increment because after meaning post. Okay. And whether you use pre-increment method or post-increment method, this value will be increased by only 1. So if you consider 10, in both the cases, it becomes 11. Okay. After this process, what you have to do? Again, you write variable A, draw computer memory representation. That is the box. Put the value here because this value is changed. Here also, take the variable, put the value 11. Understood? Got it? Any doubts still here? Is it fine?
Fine, sir.
Or should I explain once again?
No, sir.
Okay.
No, sir. No, sir.
Fine. So just copy this. Okay. Somebody is asking when college will start. Don't worry about college and all. Just concentrate. Say, however situation comes, we have to go. That's all. So students, take your own time in understanding this concept. If we complete only one concept in today's class also, it's not a problem because it's very important, and afterwards it may become a little bit confusion also. So I'm telling, take your own time and write it. Okay, don't worry. And those who have already written in the notes, because in the notes it is already present. Once again you write in the book or in the paper, it will be very much practice for you. Okay, okay, done. I will move a little bit further concepts. Okay. So just I will clean this thing because I need more space here. Okay. I think up to here it is. Fine. Now further we will move. I have said, like, when you put plus operator before variable a or after variable a, the process is same. That is, it will increase the value by 1. Yes, and this is called pre-increment process, and this is called post-increment process. Yes, but whenever we learn the subject, so if you come across this type of concept, that is, if I put operator before variable a and if I put after variable a, if I am telling that is same, that means it will increase the value by 1. We get a question, why we have two things? We can use only one thing, right? Either you use this pre-increment process or post-increment process. There is a difference. When we consider only one variable, there is no difference. I'm telling you, only one variable and one set of operator. There is no difference. So when we consider another operator and one more variable, or at least one more operator, if you consider, then there comes the difference. Okay, that is, see, we'll consider this one, these two only. First, we'll deal with pre-increment process. Okay. See, if I write plus a, okay, and a plus without using any other operator and any other variable, there is no difference. You get the same value. But you see, if I use equals to operator, and here also equals to operator, here comes the difference. Here comes a lot of difference. Understood what I am telling you? If you are using only one variable and one set of operator, that is increment operator, you put before variable or after variable, there is no difference. Value is 11. But here I am using equals to. So equals to plus a equals to a plus this. Here comes the difference. Okay. See, whenever you are using equals to, you should not forget to use LHS part. If we don't use the LHS part, then we cannot. Then it is not a complete statement. So we cannot solve it. Okay. So before this, I should use one variable. Let me consider it as again. Here also I have to use one variable. Let me consider it as again. Now it is. Now there is a difference. Okay, in calculation and in getting the result. Okay, we will see what it is. Okay, now first we will deal with this concept. Okay, because you should not get confused with both the things. We'll deal with first this concept. Okay, so we have considered a value as 10, right? Okay, similarly, I will consider n value as let me consider 10. Okay, or okay, if it is confusion, we will consider it as 11. Okay, so I considered a value as 10, n is equals to 11. Now, remember, whenever we are using this equals to sign, don't substitute in the LHS. Okay, don't substitute in the LHS. Whenever we are using only one equals to sign. When we are using two equals to sign, if I say n is equals to a, like this. Okay, then you can substitute on both the sides. In mathematics, in programming language, this concept you have to follow, because in mathematics, what we do, whenever we try to prove LHS equal to RHS, in both the things we substitute, right? And there we use only 1 equals to sign, not 2 equals to sign. So in LHS also we substitute the value, in RHS also we substitute the value. Finally, we say LHS equal to RHS. But in programming language, keep in mind, whenever we are using only single equals to, don't substitute in the LHS. When we are using 2 equals to sign, substitute both in the LHS and RHS. Okay. Now coming to this point, so there is only 1 equals to sign, that is called as an assignment operator. So I will not substitute here. So n is equals to plus. See, the value of a is 10, right? I will not substitute. One more time, you will write this statement. Here, I will tell you what happens actually. We have 2 set of operators. So one more thing, like from now, another 10 minutes, if people concentrate more, I'm telling you. If the fraction of a second, if your mind diverts, will not understand. Okay, be careful. Whenever we have 2 set of operators, remember 2 set of operators means 2 different types of operator. So this is an assignment operator equals to, this is increment operator. Type of operator itself is different. One I am telling assignment, another one I am telling increment operator. So when we have 2 set of operators, we get a question, which one have to solve first? Because assignment operator task is to give the value from right hand side to left hand side. Increment operator operation is to increase the value by 1. Okay, so if I directly follow assignment operator operation, so what happens here? N is equals to plus a is there. If I substitute the value of a as a 10, then n value also becomes 10. But this is wrong because we have one more operator plus that we have to do. But here we get a question whether we have to do increment operator first or assignment operator first, because 2 set of operators are there. So you just see where plus is there. Plus is present before this variable. You don't consider for variable n. If you consider for variable n, it is present after n. Don't consider for this. Consider for this. It is present before variable. Okay. So this process is called as pre-increment. Okay, this process is called as pre-increment. Pre means what? Before. Before means first we have to consider that. Understood, right? If I tell pre-final exam, that comes before final exam. So first you have to write pre-final exam, then you have to write the final exam. So nobody will say that write final exam first, then you go for pre-final. So the meaning, it will not hold good only, meaning, right? Similarly here also. So pre-increment. Pre-increment means before only how to increment. Before means what? When we have to increment. First, don't consider this. You consider only this part. Okay, if you consider only this part, see here. Plus a will give the value 11. Any doubts here? Plus a will give the value 11. Because what is the value of a? What is the value of a here?
10.
Yes,
10, sir.
10, sir.
10. So now if I increase the value by 1, what it becomes? 11.
11.
Right?
11.
First write plus a, write 11, consider the memory representation, make it 11. I hope people got it. Right? Pre-increment means first you increment this. Don't consider n is equals to. So a value has become 11. Then you remove this. What it is? N equals to, it is present. Understood? But you close the hand like this. Plus a means 11, a value 11. Then you take this. Then you write n is equals to, already have done plus a. Right? Already have done plus a. One more time, don't write plus a here. Just write a. Enough. I hope people are getting. Right? Already we have done plus a. So a value has become 11. See, this is the first step. This is the second step. In the second step, what you do? Don't write plus here because plus operation is already done. Just write a. If you just write a, as I said, whenever you come across equals to sign, LHS you should not substitute. Only RHS you have to substitute. If you substitute only the RHS, 11 you substitute here. 11 you substitute here. So now n value will be changed to correct. N value is 11 only. Already it is present 11. If you are getting confusion, then let me consider 10 only here. So final value will be 11. Okay. So once again I will tell you, just listen. whenever you come across this type of statement, n is equals to plus plus a, what you do? So here we have two types of operator, assignment and increment. So not only in this case, whenever we have two different types of operators, there you have to see which one you have to solve first. Okay. So in this case, what you do, you see plus plus operator where it is present. With respect to variable a, it is present before variable. So it is called pre-increment. Pre-increment means first this operation should be done. First this operation should be done. So in first step, you write plus plus a, closing this. Okay. If you write plus plus a, value becomes 11. So in computer memory representation, you write value 11. Okay. This process is done. So we have left with this n is equals to. Right? N is equals to. Do write plus plus once again. Just write. Yes. Mute on your side. N equals to a. Okay. You substitute the value of a. N becomes 11. So finally n is 11. Understood, right? Any confusion here?
No, sir. No, sir.
No, sir.
People can copy this. So first we discuss post increment.
So once again, explain, sir.
Yes, we'll do it. Okay, you just copy it. I will explain. 2 minutes. We'll copy it. We'll explain.
Sir, from first you can explain, sir.
From first means n equal to plus plus a from this step you want?
From down
Me?
part, sir.
Huh? This also you need. Chinmay.
Yes, sir.
Okay, we'll do it. First you copy it. Once again I will explain. It's not a problem. Take any other number. Yes, we'll do it. Finish writing? Like clean? I will explain once again. Okay?
Sir.
Okay. So again I will explain this. Listen, those who have not understood. Okay. So listen. So when we use plus plus symbol without a space, so that is considered as one set of operator. Don't consider it as two operators. Only one operator it is, because we are using continuously without a space. So this when we use plus plus in this way, it is called as increment operator. Okay, it is called as increment operator. So how we have to use this operator is, so you just consider the variable a is equals to consider value 10. So when you consider the value 10, a value is 10 in computer memory representation you have tried. See, if you don't write in this format, you may get confusion here. That thinking that LHS is equal to RHS in that way. Like mathematics, you people will think. So have the habit of writing like this: A and in bracket box 10. So this is we can say computer memory representation. Computer memory is four lines. And so how to use plus plus operator is, suppose if you are using plus plus, you can write before the variable or you can write after the variable. Okay, you can write before the variable or after the variable. If you're using only one variable and one set of operator, there is no difference. Okay, if you're using more than one variable and more than one type of operator, then there is a difference. So in the next example, I will tell you. So here, this process is called as pre-increment. Okay, because I am using operator before variable. So variable is here, before the variable I am using pre-increment. And this is called as post-increment because I am using after the variable. So if you place after the variable, it is called post-increment. Before the variable, it is called pre-increment. Now, in both the cases, whether pre-increment or post-increment, if there is only one variable and one operator, then there is no difference in the operation. Both will increase by value 1. Value 1 means, what is the value of A in computer memory? It is 10. So what you do, you consider like A value becomes 11. Okay, A value becomes 11. Got it? That is two separate operations. You don't consider it as one operation. Two. So here, this is different, this is different. That means here pre-increment, post-increment. But the value will get only 11 in both the cases. So this, I think this, you people have understood. Till here, any doubts? Anyone? If you have no doubts, then I will
No,
move
sir.
further. Okay.
No, sir.
Yes, we'll move further. Okay, now coming to the
No, sir.
one more type of operator and one more variable, because we should know the difference between pre-increment and post-increment. We should know the difference. For that purpose, what we have to do is we will consider A value 10. Okay, let me take one more variable n value. Let me consider this as 15. Value is 15. One more variable we will consider value is 15. Okay. So what we have to do, if I want to, if you want to try to understand the pre-increment process, so how we have to write is n is equals to, instead of writing only A, what you will do, plus A you write. That means, see, you don't worry about this. You have to understand pre-increment process, right? Plus, where before the variable. So with respect to variable A, you have to consider plus, not with respect to n. With respect to n, this operator you have to consider. Okay. So plus means pre-increment. Now, how we have to do this? See, this concept is called as pre-increment, right? Pre means what? Before. Before means I can say first this operation should do. Because here equals to sign is there, plus operator is there. That means two operations you have to do. Equals to sign one operation, plus sign another operation. In these two operations, which one I have to do first? That is the question. Because see, if I have only n is equals to 2, there is no question at all. Directly you can do n equals to 2. Substitute the value of a in RHS, n equals to 10. So I can say n value is equal to 10. Correct? So in the LHS you should not substitute. I am telling you, before equals to you should not substitute. Only after equals to sign you have to substitute. N value is 10. But for this statement, what I have done? Before variable A there is plus. You just see. So only you should not directly substitute. A value 10 you should not substitute. So there is one method here. That method is, first you close this because plus is before variable. So first you do this operation. So first step what I write plus A. First operation is. Okay. When you write plus A, what is the value of A in computer memory? It is 10. Increase by 1. It becomes
Plus 1. 11.
It's very simple. Then you remove this. Then this one I have to do. This is second operation. This is first operation. This one I have to do. So if you want to do this operation, second operation, see whenever you write equals to sign, here the thing is when I use equals to sign, before and after equals to sign there should be some values. Before equals to variable, after equals to value. Okay, before equals to and after equals to there should be variables. Okay, so before equals to I have got n. After equals to what I should write? There is plus here. But you should not write plus here because plus you already done. Right? No need of writing again plus. Then what I should write? Simply write A. Plus operation already done. So don't write once again plus A. Just write A. When you write A, what is meaning of this? When you write A, whatever A value is there, it will copy to n. Whatever A value is there, it will copy to n. What is the value of A? This is the initial value. Don't consider initial value. This value you consider. Because at this point value is changed. So n is equals to a value is 11. We consider this one. So in computer memory representation, value of n is 11. Initially it was 15, but after this operation it is 11. Okay. See, for n it is decreased. That you don't worry. For a it is increased. That is the important thing here. For a it is increased. So whatever a value is there, n value is there. Okay. Once again, n equal to plus plus a. You have two set of operators equals to 1 plus plus. Whenever you write plus plus before the variable, it is called pre-increment. First, this one you have to do. So only first I have written plus plus a. When you write plus plus a, you just increase the value of a by 1. So a value is 10 initially, it is increased by 11. So plus plus a already you written. In the second operation, don't use plus plus a. Just write n equal to a. When you write n equals to a, new value of a you substitute n equal to 11. So n value is 11. Is it clear?
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Yes, sir.
So those are not copied, just copy it. Okay, I think you people have copied previously on, right? Anybody left with copying the things?
No, sir.
So we'll move to post increment process. Anyways, in the notes it is present, you don't worry. Okay, in this part I will discuss post increment. Okay, so I think this here it is visible. So let me consider a value 10. Okay, n value 15. N is equals to a plus plus a, not plus plus a plus plus. Because if I want to make it as post increment, after the variable you have to write plus plus. See, if you consider with respect to n also, after n only it is present plus plus, but you don't consider with respect to n, only with respect to a you consider. It is present after the variable. After the variable a, it is plus plus. So this type of operations are called as post increment operation. Post increment process. So how we can say post means after the variable is present. Now, how we have to solve this? So n is equals to a plus plus. Here also we have two operations. Okay, that is n equals to, this is one operation, a plus plus, this is another operation. You just see where plus plus is present. After the variable is present. After the variable. So if it is present after the variable, yeah, this should be done as second operation. This should be done as second operation, not first operation. Understood? Later we will discuss. Wait. So this should be done as second operation. And which is the first operation? This is the first operation. N equals to is the first operation. Understood? Now if I want to do n equals to first operation, okay, I write n is equals to. After the equals to sign, if you leave blank, it is no meaning. It has got no meaning, and we cannot solve it. So compulsory we have to write one variable. Which variable I have to write? In the statement, it is n equals to a plus plus. So take this variable a. Here you should be very much careful when you are doing first operation. Don't write plus plus here. When you are doing first operation, only n equals to a. You just compare with pre-increment. Second operation I have done n equals to a, right? Did I write plus plus symbol here? No, right? Only have it n equals to a. So when you are using equals to sign, only write variable. Right hand side you write only variable. Here also I am writing n equals to a. Just write a. Don't write plus plus because plus plus you have to do as a second operation. Next step it is there to do plus plus. Just write n equal to a. Now substitute the value. What is the value of a? It is 10. So n value becomes 10 here. See what is the values you don't consider. You don't get confused with the values. In computer memory n value is 10, here it is. We don't consider that one. You see what operation we have done, whether we have done it correctly or not. That's all. So n value as 50, now it is changed to 10. Don't worry about that. Whatever the operation we are doing, is it correct or not? Yes, it is correct. First operation what we have done? N equal. This is the first operation. N is equals to A. Don't write plus plus. Now you will consider second operation. So what is the second operation? A plus plus. Don't write n equals to. So when you are writing n equals to, write only a. When you are writing a plus plus, don't write n equals to. Here also. Here first I have written plus plus here. I have not written n equals to. I have written n equals to. I have written only a, not no plus plus. So when you write a plus plus, so what is the value of a initially? It is n. Just increase by 1. A becomes 11. That's all. Once again, listen. So n equal to a plus plus meaning after the variable plus plus is present, so it is called post increment operator, post increment process. In case of post increment, what you have to do? First, you write this statement n equal to a plus plus. Post meaning after. So whenever you come across the word after, you make it as a second operation. So I have put it as second operation. Whenever you come across before, make it as a first operation. So this is I have made it as a second operation. Then which is the first operation? N equals to. So this is the first operation. This is the second operation. So when you are writing first operation as n equals to, you cannot leave blank. So you have to write the variable. So write variable here. Don't write plus plus here. Because plus plus we are not doing. Only n equals to a. Plus plus we are doing next. So when you say n equal to a, n equals to 10. Because a value is 10. So n value becomes 10. Next, second operation you have to do. What is the second operation? A plus plus. Write that a plus plus. When you write a plus plus, you see the value of a, it is 10. Just increase by 1, it becomes 1. Yes. I hope you people got it. Post increment also.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, you just copy and you can leave. So those who have copied can leave, and those who are copying, you copy it and leave.
Thank you, sir. Thank
Thank
you,
you,
sir.
sir.
Thank you all. Those who are copying can leave. So still you are copying. Take your own time and copy. Don't be hurry.
Thank you, sir.